The round of 16 of the Champions League continues this week with the second group of 8 teams playing in Leg 1 of the round of 16 on Tuesday and Wednesday. First up in these previews, we're going to look at PSV and Borussia Dortmund going down on Tuesday, February 20th, 3 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time. Now let's look at how these teams made it here from the group stage. PSV, they came second in Group B during the group stage at 2-3-1. They scored 8 goals. They allowed 10 in the group stage alongside Arsenal, Lens, and Sevilla. It's just their second time in the knockout round in 17 seasons. They'll be aiming to get to the quarterfinals for the first time since 2007. And in an interesting twist, side note, PSV head coach Peter Bosz used to be the Dortmund coach for a brief stint back in 2017. Over on the Dortmund side, they pulled an upset in Group F, finishing ahead of PSG, AC Milan, and Newcastle. They were 3-2-1. They had lower scoring games. They scored 7. They allowed just 4 goals. Daniel Malin on their side also used to play for PSV, where he scored 55 goals, most recently as 2021. Head-to-head for these teams, there's just been 3 all-time meetings and nothing super recent. The last head-to-head game between them was a friendly in 2017, won 4-1 by Dortmund. However, they have played in the Champions League before, but that was way back in the 2002-03 season. Dortmund got a win, and they drew when they last met there. For PSV this season, they are cruising atop the Dutch Eredivisie, still undefeated at 22-0. They've scored a whopping 70 goals, and they've allowed just 10 in those 22 games. They are a full 13 points ahead and clear of second place Feyenoord. They played Heracles Friday, and they won 2-0. Their only loss in their last 25 games was an away loss to Feyenoord recently. Otherwise, in their last 52 games, going way back into last season, their only other loss was to Arsenal in the Champions League in September, and their next loss before that was way back in Europa League action over a year ago in February last year. But PSV's scoring stats remarkably mirror this as well, which is even maybe more impressive. The only 2 games where they haven't scored a goal was those 2 losses that I just mentioned, and then the third time being that other loss going way back to last February. So they're not only winning, they're not only not losing, but they're also scoring as well in almost every game, it seems. Dortmund domestically are 4th in the Bundesliga at 11-8-3. They most recently drew 1-1 with Wolfsburg on Saturday. That makes them now undefeated in 8 games in the Bundesliga and undefeated in 9 games overall. In all competitions, Dortmund has scored in 14 of their last 16 games. Over 2.5 has gone 4-2 in their last 6 if you were looking at totals bets. They've also, though, kept a clean sheet in 4 of 6. However, it was against teams like Freiburg, Heidenheim, Cologne, and Darmstadt, so not some of the top teams in Germany right now. Odds in this game make PSV favorite at plus 115, the draw being plus 270, Dortmund being plus 210 odds. There's goals expected over 2.5 being minus 145, under 2.5 plus 115. Both teams to score yes, minus 170, and both teams to score no, plus 130. Looking at these odds at Caesar Sportsbook right now. Now, PSV, they do come into this having 1 day of extra rest, considering they played on Friday domestically, where Dortmund played on Saturday, and PSV was at home on Friday. They'll be home here, so they haven't had to travel at all. Dortmund was away on Saturday, so there's a little bit of an advantage there for PSV. PSV, like I said, they are always scoring goals. Will have that home advantage. Dortmund, though, still obviously the more established team in the bigger league and also playing in good form. I think we should see a lot of goals in this game. You certainly could go over 2.5. You could probably go both teams to score and over 2.5. However, only one Dortmund game in the group stage did see that happening, and the under 2.5 was 5-1. But then if you look at the PSV side, in the group stage, they had a little more wide open games. Over and under 2.5 goals was an even 3-3. Both teams to score did hit in 4 of their 6 games. So while I think you could get a little bit better odds going over 2.5, or maybe both teams scoring over 2.5, I think the safest bet, while it won't pay a ton, just go both teams to score minus 170 and hope for just 1 goal at least from both sides and pick up a small little payout there. That'll be my best bet in this game. That's preview 1 of 4 for this week's Champions League. If you're looking for more, give this video a like, subscribe to the channel, and good luck with your Champions League bets.